Well, we're going against a team that I don't like going into banged up like we are, because they have an explosive one-on-one basketball team, not only from the backcourt but the front court. But the guys have responded well in practice. We obviously didn't think Tony had we just thought it was a jammed finger at the time, not a broken hand. So he was just coming around the last 2 weeks, and now we've already been shorthanded in the backcourt. And now front court players are going to have to play the backcourt, so we'll see what happens.
Rick, with a guy like Dennis Smith, does everybody have to kind of keep an eye on where he is? I mean, usually he has the ball in his hands, but is that something where everybody has to know where he is?
Yeah, but they've got great three-point shooting as well, so you got to be conscious of that also.
How are you approaching the loss of X, Rick, as far as where does this leave you as far as your backcourt's concerned?
Well, we've got, both David and Ryan are both confident in their abilities, which is the good thing. David's always been a confident player. Matter of fact, he told a friend that he's surprised he came back for his senior year. He didn't go to the NBA.
How long are you looking at Hicks to be out? I thought it was going to be 4 to 6.
I think it's 2 to 4 weeks.
2 to 4.
All depends on what type of healer he is, because he didn't have surgery. Originally, first doctor said surgery, second doctor said no. So it goes probably from 4 to 6 to 2 to 4.
How is Quentin progressing, and would you have any idea when you might get him?
He's not progressing because he hasn't practiced, so Fred's doing his deal. Fred's a very conservative trainer, and that's a good thing, because you want to make sure that he's ready to compete in basketball. No matter how much you work out, I'll go on the elliptical at a good resistance for an hour and 10 minutes and try to play 5 minutes of basketball and I'm dead. So it's a total different thing. So because you'll hurt some other part of your anatomy. And so until he gets 3 days of practice in which he hasn't even stepped on the court yet, he's a ways away.
How do you explain, without Clinton, you've had 2 of your best offensive games in your career here, and not just this season?
I really don't think there is an explanation. Certainly not because of Q's absence. It's just I think the team is evolving and starting to play better. And the more you pass the basketball, the better we shoot the basketball.
And you feel like you're passing better as the games?
Well, it was against Pittsburgh.
Are you seeing more of it in practice as well, guys?
Yeah, we're doing a good job of passing the ball. Jalen's definitely improved at it. Ray still has a ways to go, but he's getting better.
With Ryan, he can shoot it, and obviously the 5 the other night. But talk about the other parts of his game. He had 5 assists the other night. I mean, is he getting better in the other areas?
Ryan makes the difficult passes look easy, and the easy passes look difficult. It's a strange thing. Just an entry pass he throws away, and then he'll thread the needle and make a great play. So he's used to being a scoring guard in high school. Like Tony, he's transforming into a point guard, which is not easy for him.
You mentioned the fact that they have three-point shooters around Smith. I mean, how do they play? I mean, he handles the ball, what is it, probably 80% of the time. I mean, how are they, is it just let him create and then try to kick out?
Well, he creates a lot of pick and rolls. He's great off the bounce. He's a terrific passer. He doesn't force it as much as you would think. Great steal guy. Great, like Donovan, a great anticipator. Great deflection guy. Having a terrific season.
Rick, in what ways has David, having him on your staff, coaching big guys, how has he helped them, do you think?
Well, I think he helps them see the game. I think all our coaches do a great job of teaching the game, but David helps them see it at the position. Most coaches are ex-backcourt players, and David is someone who played here. So, and he's also a coach's son. So he's able to help guys like Anis see it, and he doesn't, he's tough on them. He's not easy on them.
At this stage, we're approaching the halfway mark. Have you been able to make any sense at all out of the ACC situation?
I I really don't try to, Russ, make any sense of anything. I just try to get ready for the next game. We've gone through a tough stretch right now, injury-wise. It's catching us off guard because we show up the next day and our key player's out. Then the key player steps up, and then he's out. So it's and we're down now 4 scholarships. So we'll be happy when we get some players back.
How much input did you have in the NCAA stuff at all, or is that?
That's already out there.
Yeah.
We'll wait until May and do it again. Right now, it's the furthest thing from my mind.
Coach, in the university's response to the NCAA's notice of allegations, one of your players told university investigators that he didn't know anything about strippers, but when he was interviewed by the NCAA, he admitted having sex with one of those strippers. What's your reaction to one of your players?
I have no reaction to any of it. Like I said, I told the 100% the truth to the NCAA, and come May, we will, I tell my players, and there's a reason he told the truth, because I told them, if I catch anybody in a lie, you're done at the University of Louisville. You tell the truth, we'll get through it.
You asked the NCAA to point out those red flags. Do you feel that there are any red flags?
Like I said, I'm going to address this in May. You want me to say that again now?
No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you. I know you're doing your job.
Thank you.
Goes to whiteout games are always interesting. Anything planned for your attire?
You know, I forgot it was a whiteout, and this is no BS. I have that white suit I wore, which is brand new, in Miami, because I wore it I was doing a Tony Montana impersonation down there and getting paid for it. So it is down in Miami, and I will not be wearing, I will wear white, but it won't be a white suit. I'll have a white shirt on. And we're going to need our fans for this game. This is a game that our fans have gotten us over the hump a lot defensively. They've really been awesome with ACC games. A little lax in non-conference, but they've been great with the Kentucky game as well as the ACC, and we're going to need them because we're really short-handed for this game against a dynamic one-on-one basketball team. Great ISO guys in the front court as well as the back court.
Can you, when you watch NC State, I mean, they lost by 50 to UNC, but they beat Duke, they beat Virginia Tech by 25. I mean, is that just the thing?
It's just like Carolina's playing, Jay Billis thinks is the best team in the country, and they go into Georgia Tech and they lose by 10. So when you're in a conference like the ACC, you just can't, like, we get Virginia between Kentucky and Indiana and play a bad game. It's just one of those nights where things don't click and everything goes wrong, but it's not an indicator of how good a basketball team you are. Clemson and Pittsburgh are much better than they played against us. It was just our night, it was their bad night.
Anything else, anyone?
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.